It can be very difficult to come to a decision that you need to leave a narcissist. You need to go no contact with that narcissist. You need to remove them out of your life. You can try to justify so many different ways as to why you shouldn't cut them out of your life. However, there comes a point where they leave you no option, and your only choice is to leave them to go and live their life while you go and live a much happier life without them. However, with a narcissistic person, this often isn't the end, as they believe they're entitled to you. They simply don't like losing supply. And you are going to have to be prepared for the fight of your life, as they're going to go all out to play the victim and paint you in a bad light if they can't suck you back into their games. And the narcissist hoover, where they come along to suck you back into their games, to treat you like dirt, is only done so that they can be the one who discards you. They're looking to get their needs met by you. So when you leave a narcissist, one of the first things they might try to do is all those false promises of change. So they will promise to go to counselling. They will promise to do the things that they said they would do for you. They will start doing all the things that they said they would do for you. And it's a case of, for you, it's too little too late. But for a narcissist, they can't understand why you're not appreciating the efforts they're making to suck you back in. They're going to go all out to act nice, so that they can claim that you're the nasty one, you're the hurtful one, because look at how nice they're now being towards you. They're going to come at you with those false apologies where they're, I'm sorry if only you hadn't. Narcissistic people rarely to never offer any form of apology, sincere or insincere. Not heard of one that's offered a sincere one. Those who do, it's insincere. They very rarely to never do, because they fail to recognise the wrong in their own behaviour. They blame somebody else. They fail to take responsibility. They blame somebody else. They lack the empathy to feel remorseful. They blame somebody else. They lack the guilt. They just feel that shame, which is why shifting the blame onto somebody else. They don't want to repair the damage. They just want to get away with their behaviour. Therefore, they're not going to offer a genuine apology. They will offer a false apology to avoid consequences for their actions, or to reel you back in. And within that false apology, they'll blame you, or they'll blame somebody else, or they'll blame what a terrible time they've been having. And as we can all have been through a terrible time, we can feel sorry for them and give them another chance, only to recognise that realistically that last chance should have been our last chance, and that there should not be any more chances. They're going to go all out to convince you that you've made a mistake, that you're the one who's going to be lost without them, that you'll never find anybody like them, that they're the best you'll ever have. They're going to exaggerate anything and everything they've ever done for you. They might within this start to intimidate you and say, well, you're not going to have a roof over your head. Who's going to afford this? Because they will buy you things. Unless you're dealing with a type 1 narcissist, they will buy you things to use those things against you, so that they can play nice, so they can exploit you. Narcissistic people often resent having to do for you, which is why they use it against you. They only do it for you to sell you an illusion, a false belief of who they could potentially be. Only it's not who they are. They're doing it to exploit you. They might start trying to future fake with you and bring back all those promises you had in the beginning, and let's set that date, let's book that holiday, let's go and do this, as well as doing all the things they said they would do for you and failed to do for you at the same time. So it's very confusing, because you care about them, and even when there is conflict and distance and disagreements, you still have the compassion and the empathy to care about them. You still have the object constancy to care about them. They don't. When there's disagreements or arguments, they simply do not care. They seek to punish you and hurt you. So they come at you with those future fakes, which disguises who they actually are. They guilt trip you. They might suddenly have some form of illness, or a family member has some sort of illness. They suddenly have that emergency so that you feel sorry for them, you feel bad, you feel like you need to be there for them. Only later down the line, you'll often find out that that emergency never existed. They literally made it all up to reel you back into their games. They might come at you for that constant attention, so they'll be bombarding you with messages and phone calls and claiming that your children need to speak to you or things like that to get you to feel bad so that they can continue to bombard you. However, the context of these messages is never about the children. It's always about something else, or it's attacks on you. Is when they fail to get you back up, they're going to get you back in. They're going to start attacking who you are as a person. They're often going to start accusing you of doing all the things they've done to you and claim that you're the one that's doing it to them. You're the one that's being awkward. You're the one that's being selfish. You're the one that's being stubborn. When you're not, you have literally made a decision that enough is enough and you're not going there anymore. But they want to make you feel bad. They want to make you feel guilty. They want to make you feel remorseful. They want to exploit your emotions to work in their favour. They'll threaten you. They'll threaten you with court. They'll threaten to take your home away from you. They'll threaten to take your children away from you. They, if at all possible, will sabotage your routines to mess with your head as much as they possibly can and mess with your life as much as they possibly can. And they will go all out to smear your name so that they can isolate you from all forms of support, so that they can play the victim or the hero in the story and paint you out as to being the villain, so that they can gain the validation from those around them that they weren't the problem. Everything's all your fault, all you're doing. You're the bad person in the story, so that you've got no one there for you. They're going to try and ruin you financially, drain you financially. So if you're the parent, for example, if you have children and you're the parent who pays maintenance, they're going to want as much financial money as they can possibly get from you, so that you can't afford a life for yourself, or so that you can't afford to treat your children. If they're the one who is to pay maintenance to you, they're going to go all out to find a way to not pay you a single penny, because they don't take responsibility. They just accuse you of trying to bleed them dry, rather than recognising that they should take responsibility and try and support their children in any way they can, as long as they can financially support themselves as well. They will go all out to stalk you, to harass you, to intimidate you, to bully you, to ruin your livelihood, to ruin your reputation, so that they can keep theirs intact. When a narcissist can no longer control you, they're going to go all out to control what other people think of you, and they see no wrong in this. They believe you brought it on yourself, because to a narcissist, once they've lost control of you, they're going to go all out to find a way to punish you for daring to stand up to them. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, or any behaviours you notice when you left a narcissistic person, as the more we gain the understanding of what they're doing, the less reactive we become, because we can see the games that they're playing. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers, and your continued support with the channel is greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour, to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. I also have a book out, which is 15 Rules to Deal with Narcissistic People, and I shall add the Amazon link into the video description also. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.